Could something you do in private every single day actually be draining your strength? Many men wonder, but few dare to ask. Today we'll cut through the noise with real science, real risks, and a 7-second natural fix that could restore your energy, your confidence, and your performance. If you care about your health after 60, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and stay with me until the end, because what you hear today might change your tomorrow. Instead, we'll explore both the potential upsides and the possible downsides of that frequency. We'll start with 5 potential benefits research suggests may come from ejaculating daily. Then we'll shift and discuss 5 potential problems you should be aware of. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer understanding of how this personal habit can affect your physical and mental health. Let's begin with the positives. What are the possible benefits of ejaculating every day? First, it triggers feel-good hormone release. When you ejaculate, your brain releases a cocktail of chemicals that boost well-being. These include endorphins, your body's natural painkillers and mood lifters. You also get a surge of dopamine, a neurotransmitter tied to pleasure and reward, and oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, which promotes calm and connection. Finally, there's serotonin, which helps regulate mood and supports feelings of happiness. That hormonal wave is why you often feel relaxed and content after orgasm. Regular release of these hormones may support better overall mood and lower stress. Second, it can improve sleep. If you've ever felt drowsy after ejaculating, you're not alone. That's largely due to a hormone called prolactin. Prolactin promotes relaxation and sleepiness, which is why many men find it easier to drift off after sex or masturbation. The same feel-good chemicals we just mentioned, like oxytocin and endorphins, also reduce stress and create a calmer state, making it easier to fall asleep. For anyone who wrestles with insomnia or restless nights, that natural sedative effect can be a real benefit, leading to better sleep quality and, in turn, more daytime energy. Third on the list is promoting vasodilation, widening of blood vessels. During sexual arousal and orgasm, your heart rate rises and blood flow improves throughout your body, not just in the genitals. This encourages your blood vessels to open up, which can be helpful for cardiovascular health. Better circulation ensures oxygen and nutrients are delivered efficiently to organs and tissues. Over time, that may support heart health and could even help with blood pressure. Think of it as a mini workout for your circulatory system. The fourth benefit is one of the most discussed, a lower risk of prostate cancer. Several major studies have explored this link. Most notably, a long-term Harvard study followed more than 30,000 men for nearly 2 decades. The results, published in European Urology, found that men who ejaculated frequently, specifically 21 or more times per month, had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared with those who ejaculated less often. The leading theory is that frequent ejaculation helps flush the prostate, clearing out potentially harmful substances and older cells that might otherwise build up. It's not a guarantee, but it's compelling evidence that regular ejaculation can play a protective role. Finally, the fifth benefit is a potential boost to immune function. You might not think of ejaculation as immune support, but some research suggests it can help. Studies show sexual arousal and orgasm can increase levels of certain antibodies, like immunoglobulin A, IgA. IgA is one of your body's first lines of defense against viruses and bacteria. Also, the stress-reducing effects of orgasm matter here. Chronic stress suppresses immunity, making you more vulnerable to illness. By helping lower stress, regular ejaculation may indirectly support a stronger, more responsive immune system and better overall health. If these benefits surprised you, don't keep them to yourself. Save this video and share it with a friend, because more men need to hear the truth about this. Now that we've covered possible advantages, it's essential to look at the other side. What are the potential problems or drawbacks of ejaculating every day? The first is the risk of psychological compulsion. It's crucial to distinguish a healthy habit from a compulsive behavior. If you enjoy ejaculating daily and it doesn't negatively affect your life, it's likely fine. But if you feel an overpowering urge to do it every day and it starts interfering with work, social life, or responsibilities, it may be becoming compulsive. Compulsion is marked by loss of control, where the act feels less like a choice and more like a need, often bringing guilt or shame and signaling an underlying issue that deserves attention. Second, it can become an emotional crutch. Many people use masturbation and ejaculation to cope with stress, anxiety, fear, or sadness. The feel-good hormones bring short-term relief, so it works as a quick coping mechanism. The problem arises when it becomes the only way you deal with difficult emotions. Using ejaculation as an emotional crutch can block you from building more sustainable tools, like exercise, meditation, or talking with a friend or therapist. It masks the underlying issue without addressing it, which can be harmful to long-term emotional health. The third potential issue involves fertility, specifically lower sperm count per ejaculation. Your body needs time to produce and mature sperm. While production is ongoing, a full recharge can take roughly 72 hours. If you ejaculate daily, there's less time to replenish to peak levels, leading to fewer sperm per ejaculation. For most men, this isn't a problem, but if you and your partner are actively trying to conceive, ejaculating every day may reduce the odds. In that specific scenario, spacing ejaculations by 2 to 3 days can help raise concentration and improve the chances of fertilization. Fourth is a possible dip in libido. It can seem counterintuitive, but ejaculating too frequently can sometimes reduce desire. Part of this comes from the brain getting used to a constant stream of feel-good chemistry. If your reward system is triggered non-stop, it can grow less sensitive over time. You may need more stimulation to reach the same level of pleasure, and spontaneous desire can fade. There's also the refractory period, the recovery window after orgasm before arousal returns. Though it varies by person, constant ejaculation can keep desire at a lower baseline. A short break can help reset your system and rekindle that spark. The fifth and final concern is a contribution to premature ejaculation or erectile issues, especially if daily ejaculation happens through fast masturbation. If you get into the habit of sprinting to the finish, you're training your body and brain for a quick race, not endurance. That conditioning can be hard to unlearn and often shows up as premature ejaculation during partnered sex. It can also create performance anxiety. Worrying about lasting longer may trigger psychological erectile dysfunction, where fear of underperforming makes it harder to get or keep an erection. The focus shifts from pleasure to performance, which isn't good for a healthy sex life. I know hearing about premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction can be frustrating. These are common struggles, and finding a lasting solution can feel overwhelming. While today's focus is understanding the science behind daily habits, I also want to give you a helpful next step. There's a short, eye-opening video that explains a different approach to restoring male performance. It details a simple, 7-second, fully natural home method aimed at the root cause, no pills or injections. If you want to check it out, scan the on-screen QR code. It'll take you straight to the free video. For convenience, there's also a direct link pinned at the top of the comments below. With that said, let's wrap up and summarize the key takeaways about ejaculating every day. So, what happens if you do it daily? As you've seen, there isn't a simple question with a simple answer. It's a complex topic with a spectrum of possible effects. On one hand, it may offer real benefits, from better mood and sleep to a potentially lower prostate cancer risk and stronger immune support. On the other hand, it carries potential risks, like drifting into psychological compulsion, becoming an emotional crutch, or contributing to fertility and performance issues, such as premature ejaculation. Ultimately, the key is balance and self-awareness. There's no magic number that fits everyone. What matters most is listening to your body and your mind. If ejaculating daily makes you feel good, lowers stress, and doesn't interfere with life, it's probably a healthy practice for you. However, if it feels compulsive, if you're using it to avoid emotions, or if it's causing problems in your sex life, it may be time to reassess. If you have concerns about your sexual health, it's always wise to speak with a physician or mental health professional. So here's the truth. Your strength, your confidence, your vitality, they're not gone. They're waiting to be reclaimed. Every private choice you make shapes the man you'll be tomorrow. Ignore it, and weakness creeps in silently. Face it, and you unlock energy, control, and power you thought were lost. If this message hit home, show your support with a thumbs up. It tells YouTube this matters. And if you're serious about reclaiming your energy and confidence, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and join the men who refuse to fade away. Your transformation doesn't end here. It begins now. And the next step is already waiting in the very next video. Don't miss it.